It is the Mario era, chapter 171.
171 de body with me. It's the 5-star getter. It's the 5-star getter. Ooh, ooh, like no one else. Ooh, ooh, it's the 5-star getter, and I can't help myself. I can't help myself, boys. Happy whiskey. Who cares? 5-star whiskey Wednesday. Cheers, boys. Cheers.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing fine, Deshaun. It's us and FIU. Scoopy?
Hola.
Toast?
Woodford Reserve, baby, double oak.
Because you know.
Once you go double oak, you never go back.
Cheers, buddy. Cheers. Cheers. How we feeling?
I feel bad for Jackson Cantwell.
Oh, I know.
By the time he gets on campus,
curse.
motherfucker going to be like a 2-star.
Yeah. 3-star best.
Brutal, man.
I mean, feel bad for the kid. You're number one for 3 years, and all of a sudden you make one decision, and you're going to be a 2-star before you know it.
I think we should head on over to the green tree.
Light 72. All right, hey,
No!
Chronic dick.
I don't know if it's a good sign when it comes that early in the show. But.
I mean, gets me every time. Gets me every time.
Yeah, listen, it was quite a field of the opposition. It was Georgia, it was Oregon State. I mean, Oregon, it was Ohio State. And you outbid them. You outpaid for the NIL. You had the better offensive line coach, and you just nailed a 5-star offensive tackle who will quickly be a 4-star.
He's a 4-star every time. Every time we speak a word, he's just dropping stars and dropping points. So many things to unpack just with what you said, Toast. First of all, I mean, as far as the dropping, like, it's a consensus. He's composite number 1 overall. He's been number 1 overall for like 2 years. Okay. So it's just, I always fall under that edict. Like, if you're the only one doing this, and this is directed at you 24/7, if you're the only one doing it, you're either revolutionary or you're just wrong. In this case, you're just wrong. Okay? You're wrong. We know without a shadow of a doubt, if he picks Ohio State or Georgia, he's still the number 1 pick. It was already submitted. It was already in. You guys pretty much have working knowledge where this guy's going to go ahead of time. Stop it. I don't know. It's just a bad look. Miami fans, we've been talking about this for years. It's just, it's not what's good for the goose isn't always good for the gander. Like, Ruben Bain is not a 5-star because of his body type. And then when they have a perfect body type, it's something else, something dark side. I don't know what it is. But it's a terrible look for 24/7. Poopy shoot.
At least they're consistent with it. I mean, if you're gonna be on that hill, just be on the hill. They're as consistent as consistent gets. It's more predictable than the sunrise. Truly, I mean, who's not surprised? Who's surprised? Anyone surprised about that? Look, he and the narrative is, he took the bag. Everyone's taken the bag for years and years and years, people. That's how Alabama was raised, and Georgia's been giving out bags. I mean, you had George Pickens, who changed his commitment from Auburn to Georgia the day of. He never visited there. He never even set foot on campus. That was definitely not a bag drop for sure. Like, he just had a change of heart and knew he'd love it in between the hedges. Like, it's just the narrative. If Ohio State, they have a $20 million roster last year. That's what everybody said. Everybody said Ohio State had a $20 million roster. And guess what? They won the national championship. OH. So, it's one of these things. And if Georgia has the bag for him, he's going to a winner. Going to a perennial winner. It's a powerhouse there. They churn out offensive linemen just the same as Miami, maybe even more so. So, look, we'll never get away from the bashing from anyone, and any narrative that wants to be spun can be spun. And it is the way it is. It's always been that way. It always will be that way. It's totally fine. If the kid comes here and flourishes, good for him. He's got the 2 best teachers, I would say tandem of teachers in the country. And that's why he says he chose Miami. Did he? Because of it? I don't know. But that's what he says. So we'll go with it.
I find it funny that people the fans, fans were, offended or taken as a shot of the program that it was all being knocked up as just a bag drop, that he only chose us because of the money. And I'm thinking to myself, like, listen, it's 2025. The entire landscape is different now. This is basically pro sports. So basically what you're telling me is we should be embarrassed or ashamed because we're the Yankees? Because we can afford more than you? Because we can outbid you? I'm sorry. That's how this works now. That's how pro sports works. And this is basically pro sports now. So I'm going to be ashamed about that. Sorry, you were able to do it when it wasn't allowed and you were able to, throw money in McDonald's bags, whatever. That's fine. I will say there is another side to this, guys. The last 20 friggin' years, obviously we've had alumni that could pony up some serious cash. They weren't willing to just drop it into goddamn McDonald's bags.
There was always this fear and repercussion that we were going to get caught.
Yeah, I mean, look,
this is
rented a couple cars and we lost 2 bowl games. Like
to the national
I'm not
landscape.
Be ashamed for being the Yankees, bro. Even though I hate the Yankees, I love the fact that we have money. Sorry, suck it.
To the national landscape. This is how it was for those 20 years. We can only play with one hand. One hand was tied behind our back. Now that we can spend money like you could spend money, now we can put everything all in. And what did we put all in? We sold the young man that we have the best, and Scoop alluded to it, we have the best offensive line coach tandem who are great at building relationships, and that's what won out. Because you have money, we have money, they have money. So I don't even think it was a bad thing. It's all apples to apples now. Before it wasn't. Before it was a half apple, arm behind the back. Now it's 2. So stop. And it's like Miami's in this perpetual crab apples. And Miami had like it's a no-win situation. Hey, Frank the Cat. It's a no-win situation.
Is that
because
Bob or Frank?
If they pull that off, and they did pull that off, you have all these pundits saying, what? Miami dropped the bag. Okay. And then if they didn't drop the bag, there's no
kidding.
Winning. No winning. You can't win here. You can never win.
No, we can never win here. But they dropped the bag. Great. Thank God we're at the table. Everyone was sat at the round table. There were 4 people there, call it 3, whatever you want to call it, and everybody had the briefcase on the table. I don't know how much money was in the briefcase. I'm sure it was a lot from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's how this works now. So everyone had the briefcase on the table, and he said, I'm going to go with that briefcase.
It's pro evaluation these days, boys. That's a left tackle. That's a potential first round left tackle of the future. Guess what they make in the NFL? So of course they got bag potential. He was going to get a bag wherever he went. Right? It was 7 figures wherever he went. I think the bag argument's lazy on their part. I really do. If you're using it, it's lazy. That's all it is.
That's what you would expect.
It's available, so we use it. Yeah,
and this is the brilliancy of Mario Cristobal, and I understand because as soon as we applaud, how our rivals are going to attack us, right? They immediately they're going to flank us from the side. We're like, this is what we brought Mario for. Of course, for every top offensive lineman, we're going to be there at the race, and you don't want to get it. Well, he hasn't won anything on Saturdays. He hasn't won anything yet. I get it, but guess what? When you recruit that way, it gets easier. Eventually, it does. He did it at Oregon by recruiting this way. So that's a massive. That is the number 1 kid in the country, regardless of what 24/7 just said. That is the number 1 kid in the country at offensive line. We used to lose that kid 99 out of 99 times. Mario Cristobal is 100, and now we're 1 for 1. He could do it, boys. Just let's do it on the field. And speaking of the field, you saw Carson Beck. He's throwing.
Mm-hmm.
He's throwing. Thoughts?
Was surprised. Had some zip. Looked good.
Yeah.
Didn't look like he was hindered. I mean, obviously he wasn't
schedule.
letting it rip, but ahead of schedule, they say. Yeah, I mean, look, I was surprised. When I saw it, I was like, is that AI or is that real? Looking around, kind of trying to find some, poke some holes in the video. Look, it's great news, and we knew that we didn't know. We hoped. I said we hoped that we would get to that point eventually, at least at schedule. It's great that it's ahead of schedule. You would never, I think, behind schedule really would have been a problem. And now we just have to hope there's no setbacks.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if there's no setbacks, you've got basically, 3 solid months now to work with these receivers and get some familiarity with him and work it out.
I mean, I saw the arm, I saw the zip, and I'll keep telling anybody until I'm blue in the face. He's got a stronger arm than Cam Ward. Yes. Not that it matters, because Jeff George probably had the best arm, and Jamarcus Russell had the best arm, and Stephen Morris had the best arm that I've ever seen on a human being playing the game of football. But Carson Beck has a stronger arm. He can zip it. He can spin it, boys. So he's going to have some impressive throws where it's like, even you'll say, ooh, Cam Ward can make all the throws. Carson Beck's just going to be able to make that throw and get it there just a little bit quicker at times. But there's a lot more than just arm strength at the quarterback position. It's like inner confidence and accuracy. Those two have to be there, and Cam Ward exuded that in bushels and bushels of Buffalo Trace.
So the other
bushels
Mario
of confident exuberance.
Yeah, there you go.
The Mario story that's been getting a little traction over the last 24 hours was really Mel Kiper just his foot in his mouth, I guess. Really,
let's talk about it.
But so the story comes out from I forgot what's his name, the whatever that
Brett McMurphy.
Yeah, McMurphy. Sorry, Brett. Came on the story how Mel never reached out to Mario about a review or scouting report on Cam Ward. And Mario heard from millions of freaking people, every NFL team scouts like crazy. And then Mel comes out and, throws an Orange Crush reference down and says, oh, well, even if I didn't speak to him, I still had him higher than any other draft nick or whatever. I don't know. My whole thing is I think it speaks volumes that Mel Kiper did not speak to Shedeur Sanders' head coach or Cam Ward's head coach. And he's supposed to be evaluating guys for the next level on all merits, like film and how they do off the field in the training room, in the film room. You'd think you'd want to talk to the guy that's been working with them for the last year.
Do you want to know why? Mario Cristobal really didn't think to go ahead and talk to him about the guy. Didn't even cross his mind to go ahead and talk to that guy. Because at what point do you realize people stopped going to Lee Corso for advice on the show? At a certain point, you're past your prime, sir. You're past your prime.
Right,
Nobody
but
cares.
Mel should have been reaching out to Mario. It's not Mario reaching out to Mel.
No, but
Mel should have been.
He should have, but at this point, he is so beyond his. He is so outkicked his coverage. He thinks he's a mainstay. He thinks he's probably all world. Mario Cristobal doesn't even think to talk to you. And you're right. In terms of the hierarchy, in terms of the chessboard, Mario's the king here. Who else do you want to talk about? I mean, he's going to be a little bit opinionated. He's going to be a little bit sided and sided, but he's going to tell you what you need to know. He's the ultimate source, not Mel Kiper. But at this point, that's what I'm saying. Nobody cares. You're the new Lee Corso. You're the new Lee Corso. You're there because you're there. You, Chris Berman, nobody pays attention to what you say. Nobody cares of what you're saying anymore. You're just a talking head. Nobody cares.
I actually like Todd McShay.
I like Todd.
When Todd McShay was doing his thing and he was counterparts with Kiper, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they ended up getting rid of McShay and kept this numbnuts. I mean, it's not surprising. We know. I mean, look, he slurped on Shedeur for 3 days. I mean, really, it was as a network. I would think you look at that and you're like he needs a long lunch break. Like somebody needs to shut this guy up, or at least give him something else to talk about. And I'm curious if they did, because if you're telling me that a network watched this guy for a day and a half and realized somebody's got to give him something else to talk about, please. And he continued for the next 24 hours talking about the same thing. Remarkably inept and completely unaware of anything that's going on around him. I don't know. It seems it's like he's not well in the head. I mean, not to be, a jerk about it, but you can't
you remember the Great Outdoors?
You can't be completely unaware.
Do you remember the Great Outdoors? Mel Kiper looks like the guy that got struck by lightning like with his hair. That's probably where he's coming from, right? He's that guy. Big bear. Yeah, that 77 times.
So bad. It's just, and then
but you can
to come out and mock
Mario.
The fact that McMurphy said it, and the fact that Mario's like, I never heard from the guy.
I mean, I'm a little jealous.
I'm
a little jealous of Mel Kiper because he has done it for so long and he has that standing. You could tell he does as little as work as possible now. He doesn't have to do a damn thing. I think in his past, he probably put thousands of hours putting big boards together. And now he probably puts, I don't know, 90 minutes. And he just spins his narrative and they give him a podium at ESPN. I'm actually jealous. Actually, I'm flipping my stance there. I'm jealous of you, Mel Kiper. You get away with murder, buddy.
I think the majority of his big board is put together by underlings. Bro, man, I don't know why you're retweeting this crap earlier today.
What'd I do?
The whole thing about how we haven't done dick in 11 years.
That bothered me though. I mean,
it is more disturbing to see it. It really is disturbing.
I just said we got work to do.
Here, like, holy Jesus.
But it just like we haven't won it was like, hey, if you've won your conference, if you got into the playoffs, if you've won a championship,
a
New Year's Six bowl, it is a ghost town.
Oh, it's for all those.
Like
all of them.
I didn't see the tweet, but that sounds like a big donut hole.
Yeah, it was basically college football's best postseason accomplishment since 2014, the CFP era. And there's a lot of teams listed here, Scoop, and we're not one of them.
We should be 97.
You got UCF's on here. The Gators are on here. The Knolls are on here.
I'm sure.
Georgia Tech's on here.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech.
Tulane's on
they
here.
beat us regularly.
Yeah. Cheers.
Hey,
Cheers
Iowa State's on
We got
here.
work to do. That's all I said. We got work to do.
I wonder why Iowa State's on here.
I mean,
coach.
one good year. Listen, one good year.
Matt Campbell's got some nice teeth.
The way
Great
that Mario
hats.
Cristobal's recruiting, if we have one good year where we win the ACC, get into the playoffs, even if we don't win the national championship, if we do that, because he recruits so well and puts us into the national discussion in terms of recruiting, it's like it's going to warp speed us back into the part where, like, okay, yeah, we play meaningful games. You can stop with the narrative that we don't play for meaningful games, but we have to win the ACC at some point. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen faster. We're going to win our next conference, or we're going to actually win the ACC, because I don't know how much longer the ACC has.
I would. Okay, here's something that I think. What do you guys think about this? Which do you think will win first? The ACC championship or the national championship?
Not talking about this.
Thanks, Jenners.
I think the ACC championship.
Yeah.
I think the ACC championship.
What do you mean? Yeah, like
I see what you're saying, because you can get into the playoff without winning it.
100%, and then you go on a run. Like that's more likely. That's more, in my opinion. I think that's more likely. You don't win the ACC. Maybe you lose the ACC championship game, or you don't.
It's more likely because in the past you had to win the ACC to win a national championship. You had to, especially with the ACC.
Right. Well, I know you don't now. That's why I'm asking.
Now you don't. But I still think it's the ACC is going to be easier. I just think the talent in the ACC is not going to compare to when you go to the playoffs and you have to play Ohio State or Georgia or Alabama or a tough Oregon team or whoever else comes out of the SEC. I still think the ACC is it's good ball. It's good football. It's great coaching. I always say that's the equalizer. ACC has some damn good coaching. I still think it's easier to win the ACC.
I would hope so. Yeah. Especially with the amount of investment we have in this.
Uh-huh.
And they're all picking Clemson this year to take the ACC.
I know.
Yeah,
As
well, water stays wet.
As well they should.
Yeah. No one's picking Florida State to do a damn thing.
Yeah.
Apparently, Mr. Castellanos was offended by that they're not on prime time.
They don't get the prime time game. Oh, buddy. I'm not sure. Did he watch last year?
He had time. He got kicked off of his team, didn't he? So I think
he did. So he could have seen the last four losses of FSU.
Come on. Yeah.
Could have seen it in person.
He can't. He doesn't have the advantage of watching a lot of TV. There's always people in front of him. He can't see over.
Sure, he can't see over. If he's third or fourth row, he's screwed.
Pretty sure they have like a high chair for him.
Dude, he's tiny.
A little booster boot.
He's a little tiny tyke.
Oh my God.
Here you go. All right. Anything else on the green tree?
Hey, congratulations to hang on, what's his let me pull him up here. You got the young offensive tackle from Ohio got upgraded to a 4-star.
Hey, let's go.
Ben Congdon. So he's probably going to be higher rated than Cantwell by the time they get on campus.
Yeah, they're going to be like
he's going to be our number 1 tackle showing up. Yeah, he's number 25 right now, but just or 28 right now, but just watch out.
He's
They'll flip.
21 overall?
No,
right.
28 tackle.
Oh, okay. I was going to say 21 overall.
It doesn't matter.
Good.
We've said this
Doesn't
for
matter.
doesn't matter. I don't care what the offensive linemen are ranked, rated, 0 stars. Doesn't matter to me. If these two want you on the team, I'm good for it.
After year
100%.
one,
I'm all in.
With Mario coming in, we said we're never going to have problems with the offensive line, right? Year one was a little, we were all calling to cut off Miraball's arms. Gaddis ended up being a fraud there. But ever since then, we are fine. I mean, he's got us in good hands. Mario's going to have us in good hands. We're not going to have problems with offensive
Just needs to
line.
get our logo on that list that Roe tweeted out earlier.
Yeah, please.
All right.
We got work to do.
Listen, the experts have Miami preseason number 11, 21, 18, 20. I don't know about the 11, but I certainly think down around 20 is a pretty solid number to start with. Show what you got. Listen, we're going to know real quick.
Yeah,
we're going to know real quick. After the month of September, we're going to have a real good idea of where this team is.
I mean, I feel a little better over the fact that we don't have to face Al Golden. Because Al Golden would have made that a little bit more personal. He would have made that a little bit more personal. And I think, yeah, I'm just happy he's not there. It's still going to be a dogfight, but we'll pick that game closer to that. And you're right. We're going to know week one. We're going to know early. Really, 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 really early. Right? So bring on the Golden Domers.
Yeah, I mean, look, we have no idea of any I feel as though of any year of that we've been doing this. So this will be our 8th or 9th season, actually. 9th season doing the Orange Bowl boys. This is a year that me personally, I know less going into the season than any other team that we've had coming in. No idea. No clue.
Just Mel Kiper did. All right.
Listen,
I have no idea. You tell me. You tell me.
Well, you got to need to figure it out because today is Friday on the drop, which means we're 99 days away from the start of the college football season.
It's exciting.
Yep. 5 questions is going away soon.
Oh
yeah.
Not soon enough.
I thought it was over. I thought we were done.
I thought it was over
Yeah, we were done last week.
Yeah, I thought that was it. Season finale. No.
All of a sudden, Ron's like, wow, it's only middle of May.
Well, you know, it's not over. Hurricane season is not over.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Just starting
because
soon.
hurricane season is about to
2
start
weeks from
next month. And when it does, you need to be protected. Listen, I just had a hailstorm up here, but I felt okay. I felt good. You want to know
I
why?
heard about that.
Paul Baines Roofing came and protected me. So I was getting flood warnings on my phone. I was protected. And you can be protected too with the only number you need to know for your roofing needs. And it's 981 Roof. 981 Roof, 561-954-305. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter!
No, it doesn't matter. All you need to know is one name. And what's his name? Scoop, tell me.
His name's Paul.
And what do you do with Paul?
You give Paul a call.
Bange.
Bange.
If you go to Miami Hurricane Team store right now, they are doing a 50% off flash sale. And I hope I say this correctly on LaFarve items. They've got a Miami Hurricane script camo vest. Normally is going to be $120. A Miami Hurricanes LaFarve camo adjustable hat. Some good stuff, man. So get over to Miami Hurricane Team store. If you, I know they won't let you stack the promotions, but if you want to get something else, you can go ahead and use promo code OBB25 and you will get 20% off your purchase. And then you can go over to Manscaped.
Boys, I got the best story for you. So I watched the young man. Today.
Oh, be careful using young man going into this spot, please.
Yes. But I have to because it was my own son. So I watched my son play middle school tackle football for his school. Yes, that's a thing. People always ask me, they have middle school tackle football. They did, and they had their spring game today, an inter-squad spring game. And after the game, and he played really well. He actually got to play some quarterback, threw a touchdown. I was very proud of the young man. He did say that he likes to hit people, and he thinks he wants to be a linebacker. So that breaks his dad's quarterback heart. But in the car on the way back home, he says, and I quote, drum roll, please. Dad, do you shave your balls? And I said, son, it's time to go to Manscaped. Promo code OBB gets you 20% off the door. And look, Father's Day is coming, but maybe you have a young son coming into his own. So for my Father's Day gift, I'm going to get the new lawnmower. Yes, I am. And I'm going to give it to the little man. And I gave him some crop preserver today too, and he's super excited. Yes, true story. Manscaped. Promo code OBB.
It's a father-son bonding moment. I mean, how are you going to deny that?
I'm in the car,
You know, I'm just
boys.
thinking to
I'm in
myself,
the
my
car.
dad never, ever, ever asked me about the
And
hair
I'm like,
on my balls.
I've done the Manscaped promo bit or heard it for the better part now of like 4 or 5 years. We've been partners for them. So immediately went into a Manscaped commercial. Son, I have one just for my balls. And now you can have one too. It was amazing. I was like, wow, this is awesome. This is awesome, dude. He was so excited. He came to before I jumped on the podcast. I was like, hey, come to I gave him some Manscaped crop preserver. He's like, thanks, Dad.
Oh my God. How old is he?
He's 13, about to be 14.
Oh my God. You just gave Manscaped a customer for the next literally 70 years.
Oh my goodness. Like it will never change. He's about to revolutionize his balls right now. Like he probably already did. Like as I'm on the podcast, he went back into the bathroom, powdered up and was like, wow, this feels great.
Bro,
like, yeah.
This is Bro's wife. Why is our son spending so much time in the bathroom?
Yeah, exactly.
I gave him a whole bunch of crop preserver.
I'm shaving. I'm cleaning my room, Mom.
I got him a lawnmower.
Dude, I got to get him one now. I have to get him one. I'm going to tell Daniela the whole thing. I was like, we got to buy him one for his balls. I got one. He's going to have one too. And then I got to give him the tutorial. Hey, man, this is how you want to do it. Like, I'll get like a nectarine or something like He's like, you want to, maybe you got a little smaller nectarines.
Oh my, nectarines.
Yeah, they're almost nick proof. We can't say that.
Honey, why are you shaving nectarines in the kitchen?
Why are you shaving nectarines?
No reason.
See, Scoop doesn't have to worry about this. He's got no boys.
I was just thinking to myself, is there like the equivalent Manscaped site for females?
No, but they got talks that they have to have that.
I know
want
they
no
do.
Part
Scoop's not having those talks.
I same thing. I avoid all of these conversations completely and entirely.
Yeah.
Jenner's just quietly excuses himself from the room. I gotta go record a spot.
I'm Homer Simpson into the shrubs, man.
There you go. Exactly. Yes. Oh,
All right.
damn. All right. How about the packages, bro?
Packages. NHL hockey playoffs is cranking. Cats look good.
Yeah.
On Wednesday night, did they not?
They still took the soul out of the Maple Leafs.
It certainly seemed like it. Look, Wall was who everyone expected him to be. He was lost. So tonight, game 6, back in Sunrise. Hopefully they can wrap it up. But yeah, beatingthebookie.com. You got all your packages. You've got the PGA Championship this weekend. You can still get in on the daily plays. You missed out on dropping
like a 2-week, I think, baseball package thing or something.
Oh,
yeah, like a shorter,
Nice.
Something with like 3 max plays in it too.
Something he tweeted out. Yeah, so check that out on the website.
Okay,
too.
we'll go check it out on the website, beatingthebookie.com, and then at beatingthebookie, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Get all your free plays there, plus entertaining follow, and you get the updates on a lot of the bets that he's got throughout the packages.
Dude, he's been killing golf this year.
Yeah.
Like the last 2 months he's been on.
And PGA, close to first round winner today. Didn't get it, but Aaron Rye, missed 2 shorties coming in that would have locked it up. But where's Novak at? Novak, 1 under.
There
1
we go.
under.
There we
1
go.
under. He is, great position. Tough track, man. Wet, too. Wet.
All right. Where should we go, Jenners?
Well, I brought this up because I thought this was kind of interesting because it's kind of been a topic of conversation this week. This whole idea that Belichick will never coach a game now.
Hold on. Do you guys... sorry.
True.
He definitely is not coaching at UNC.
Move that topic to the side.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Sorry.
Just gonna put that on the back.
I have to find it.
No, we're not.
No, we're not talking about this. We're not talking about this.
What about the guns?
Well, this kind of is for toast. Nick Dunlap.
Yeah.
Have you seen this mess?
What?
So he shot 90 at Augusta.
Yes, he did, and then came right back.
He came back, but But since then, he's a shell of himself.
Really?
Hasn't made a cut. Every round I look at, he's over par.
Oh my God.
He shot 78 today, 7 over at the PGA. Anyway, golf has completely escaped this guy.
Damn.
He won twice last year. Won twice last year as a rookie, and now can't hit the back of the ball.
Listen, man, that happens in golf.
nuts.
It's in some people that happens to. Look at like the fall that Jason Day had.
Yeah, Jordan Spieth.
I mean, even going back further, Corey Pavin. Like, dude, there's times when it just goes away. Or who was the guy with the glass? Who was the? Damn,
David
he was
Duval.
number one. David Duval. There we go. It just
Completely,
like block at second base
left
row,
that
not being able to
dude's-
throw to first.
Yeah, left that dude's body.
He hit
Really
Keith
hit
Olbermann's
someone.
mom, and I always remember that.
Yeah.
It was Keith
Yeah,
Olbermann's mom.
yeah.
He doused like 6 rows up in first base.
I don't know.
When Keith
I just
Olbermann
find
first
every
went crazy.
every time I look at the leaderboard, he's plus something.
Damn.
That's crazy to me.
Because it was insane that he battled back after dropping that 90. He shot like a 71 or something the next round. or
Yeah, he
whatever.
played pretty decent the next
Yeah.
day. But I
And
don't.
it
He
was
hasn't made a
okay.
cut. He hasn't made a cut since.
That's
and honestly,
insane.
I don't think I can't even tell you if he's been under par.
Wow. All right.
Sorry, Jenners.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
He'll never coach there.
And I
never-
think
yeah,
quickly,
that's the-
I don't think Bill Belichick is gonna. No,
Let's-
I
I
don't
mean,
think
this is
so.
a crazy
one of
story.
coach
One of the
there.
few,
No,
I'll tell
he's
you,
not.
one of the few things I think ESPN actually does right is Pablo Torre. He does that show Pablo Torre Finds Out, where he goes like deep. He talks to as many people as he can find, as many insiders as he can get. And when he was digging into the story about Belichick, he found the little nullifier in his clause that said his buyout drops from $10 million to $1 million on June 1st. Because the idea of, well, then maybe the NFL is going to come sniffing around, and Bill wants to go back to the NFL. So his buyout on June 1st goes from $10 million to $1 million.
He's got 2 weeks left, boys.
He's got 2 weeks left.
He's
And they
got
could
2
blow
weeks
him out
left,
if they want.
and they're going to get a jump on
I
the next
never,
one real quick.
ever saw the likes of Bill Belichick humbling himself and kissing some 17-year-old's ass. I never thought. It has nothing to do with his girlfriend. I could see him kiss her ass. She's relatively attractive, and she. We'll leave it there because I don't want to get us copyright stricken. Anyways, she does things. These other guys don't do things. So, yeah, June 1st, he's gone. Probably by June 2nd.
I think he coaches. I don't think he finishes the season. I think
No. He doesn't coach.
No.
No, we said this months ago. I'm like, there's no way this guy will make it to the beginning of the season.
I don't know. He's made it through the portal. He's got some transfers. He's got some recruits committing to him. You know, he seems to be.
His girlfriend is his assistant coach. He's doing
Sure,
good.
it's Muse. I think she's more of a Muse, but yeah,
I don't
I'm sure
know.
she's primarily doing a lot of the
Story
recruiting.
this week, she turned down Dancing with the Stars to focus on UNC football.
Well, there you go, man. Someone needs to focus on. Yeah,
She's the special teams
Listen.
coach.
Yeah.
bro, you're going from Mac Brown to this. Like, this is like, you should have TV cameras there. This should be a reality show. Like, you should be having merch with both of them. I
They
mean,
tried
come
to do
on.
this. It was called Hard Knocks. She blew that.
Right?
Yeah.
I know she. Yeah, I think it's great. I think there's no downside to UNC for this whole thing.
Really?
100% no downside.
Except like a successful
heels.
football
No
program.
downside
Oh,
at
yeah,
all.
there's that.
They've never cared about a successful football program, have they? I mean,
More of a
Come
football
on.
school than basketball school the last 10 years.
yeah. Well, what
Yeah,
does it say
Butch
about
had
the
it going.
basketball
And
program?
Butch recruited some dogs when he was there. So
What does it say that they allowed their basketball program to falter? I don't know that they really care about sports as much as they used to in the day. I think the Belichick hire was just a show, just to appease alums. I don't think
it
they
was a
expect
splash
anything.
hire. It was a
Yeah,
splash
they don't
hire. But
expect
even
it.
they got to think in a recess of their heart, it's a gimmicky hire.
Dude, he's 70. You just like you replaced a 90-year-old with a 70-year-old. Like, I mean, I don't know. At least go out and get Pete Carroll for crying out loud.
Yeah, Pete's up there too.
Yeah, no, he's at
probably
Oakland
pushing
now,
70.
or Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No,
Vegas.
Pete is. Yeah, Pete's like over 70, 71, something like that. Yeah.
Well, you can't hire him because I think he still has that
No,
college
he's-
show clause.
No,
think-
that wasn't that long.
Oh, I think he still does. I think like he still would have to sit out, if he comes back to the college ranks because he got one when he left USC all those
No,
years
but that
ago.
was like 15. There's no
But
show clauses that go that long.
Yeah, but I
Statute of
think it's
limitations.
Yeah.
All right.
And plus, he's with
Shut me down with big words.
By
You
the way,
shut me
Pete
down.
Carroll and Bill Belichick are both 73 years old.
Okay, well, there you go. Yeah. Who would you rather have as a head coach, Bill Belichick or Pete Carroll right now?
In college?
Pete Carroll.
Anywhere.
Pete Carroll's done
No,
it
in college. No, I mean,
NFL or college? Who would you rather have?
Question. That's a terrible question.
No, it isn't. Who would you rather have as
I
your
thought
head
it was
coach?
an easy answer, and now
It's not.
This is the
Who
meme
would you
where
rather have as a head
both
coach
teams
in either,
lose, you know?
yeah, either NFL or college? Who would you choose between those two?
I would
say
choose
it's
Pete
NFL.
Carroll because you didn't
Carroll.
have to deal with the fiance
Okay.
or girlfriend or whatever.
Dude, I
she
think
is.
it's easy to take Pete Carroll, and he's had more success as a head coach as of late.
Seems
and
nicer.
He seems like he's still with it. He hasn't lost control of his life. I think Bill's lost control of his personal life, bro.
it seems that way.
Right? He has no say.
He
as to
has
what's going
no
on.
way
No.
to tell her anything.
No, he doesn't.
Listen, we're all in South Florida at one point in our lives. We've all been to a club and seen the old guy sitting with the girl
Of
who
course.
does not want to be there.
And she's
Wants
yeah.
to be home. Got
Yes.
dragged to the club.
Yeah.
Listen, she
That's
told
where he
him
is.
early on, if
Nice
you want me to
collared
leave,
shirt, nice big watch. We've seen the dude.
Wants to
Yeah,
go
listen.
home. Wants
she
to
told
go
him
home.
early on, if you want to break up with me and you leave, you have to do it via Snapchat. So there's no chance he can ever break up with her. He can't.
It's true.
Yeah, it's just he
That's
doesn't
All he
let
can
it
do is put
work
a
that.
puppy filter on.
Yeah.
He's got nothing else. You know?
Can't even download the goddamn app. He's 73. Come on.
All right,
What
well,
else we got?
I
Not
don't
that
even-
you
I
guys,
don't-
not that you guys care.
I don't hold on. I don't think Snapchat
Oh.
would allow you to register if your birthday was in the 40s for crap. Like what the fuck?
That the little ghost is
I
like,
think it's
no.
probably below like 1990. You can't even register.
They won't let you.
Oh damn! All right, go.
Sorry,
Scoot.
not that you care. He's had 6 rounds. Dunlap's had 6 rounds since the Masters. 2 at the RBC Heritage where he missed the cut, and 4 at the Truist. And the only reason that he made the cut is because it's a no cut
Right.
signature event. He's had
Where'd he finish?
6 rounds, all 6 over par.
Oof. It's not good.
Not even par.
Oh no, this.
Oh no, this is not good.
All
Isn't.
6 over. Shut up.
Yeah, he's gonna lose sponsors.
74, 73, 71, 72, 74,
Mhm.
78.
This
Well, he
is
should just give
really
his-
not good.
He should
Not
just
good.
give his spot to Novak in those. In the,
Novak's
in the
already in.
like the British Open and shit coming up.
Novak's
Sports is a
Dunlap anyway.
funny thing, man. Sports is a funny thing.
He
We've been
finished
watching it for a
69th.
long
So
time.
he finished 69th at the Truist.
It's a good number. It's a good
Hold on.
number.
Hold on a second.
Yo.
I'm fairly sure there were 70 players in that field.
Well, then that's the best spot.
I think
to
it was
finish
72
outside
actually, and 2 withdrew. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna look this up. Go ahead.
one. With
I'm not even kidding you. I gotta look at this up.
whatever, he finished 69. That's a good number. Can't be disappointed with that. All right.
All right.
What else we got?
Listen, for the second time this year,
Oh Jesus.
Uh-oh.
KFC has gone viral.
Uh-oh.
It happened back in April where they released KFC chicken-flavored toothpaste that sold out in a day. Now this week, KFC has announced gravy-flavored ice cream.
What color is it?
KFC gravy-flavored ice cream. I haven't seen
gotta
the
be
color
brown,
yet. I've
isn't
just seen it comes in a little bucket. Looks like a little mini KFC bucket.
Mm.
You can try the
No.
gravy-flavored ice cream.
No. What are we doing?
You guys made me eat Nutella. You can't try gravy-flavored ice
Oh,
cream?
don't even.
I'll
I don't
try
even
it.
go there. It's like you're trying
I
to
mean,
say
it
that's
might
the
be
same as
comparable.
Nutella. Yeah,
It's not
okay.
comparable.
It might
You
be
guys-
comparable.
Come on.
As bad as disgusting
You guys with your
as
Mel
that
Kiper
sounds,
takes. Mel
as
Kiper takes.
I mean, that's gag reflex disgusting when you say it. Say it out loud and it makes you want to puke. Might be comparable to Nutella.
yeah, okay.
Put it on a sandwich. You can have an ice cream, gravy ice cream sandwich.
Nutella sandwich with some milk after is phenomenal.
Why don't you have a Nutella sandwich with some KFC gravy ice cream?
Yeah, but they're not even in the same ballpark.
No,
No.
you put them together. Put them together.
No, you don't put them together.
Should do it. It's like
Listen,
eating a big bag of shit.
Saying Cam Ward and Hillary Clinton. They're like they have nothing to do with each other.
Speaking of chicken, did you see that Joe Stone Crab are lowering the price of their fried chicken entree to $7.95? It was normally around $10. It's the best item on their menu. If you've never gone to Joe's and had their fried chicken, you're missing out.
Man, we are going weird places tonight with
I'm
food.
saying, you brought up
You
chicken.
go to Joe's Stone Crab to get fried chicken.
Fried chicken?
I would never.
I've never had their fried chicken.
Oh my God, you don't even understand. It's insane. And it's never been more than like $10, and they just dropped it down to $7.95.
Oh, I know where you're going tomorrow.
Why is that?
Dude, that's a long drive.
They
bro.
stopped bringing in the chicken from China.
Chickadee China, the Chinese,
chicken. Ah, well done.
Tariffs.
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 All right,
Honestly,
what's
the best tweet of the week was when the Mavs got the Cooper Flag pick. They got
Oh
the
my
number one
God.
pick in the NBA draft lottery. Best tweet of the week for me was the guy who put out, replacing Luka Doncic with Cooper Flag is exactly what the tariffs were designed to do. Bravo, sir.
Phenomenal.
Good tweet.
Phenomenal.
All right, last thing. I got a piece of audio for you. Scoop, are you familiar with Harry Higgs?
I am.
Pro golfer, Harry Higgs.
Yep.
Do you know the story about how he is pretty much arguing with anybody on the tour that will listen to him that he, over the course of a few years, can train himself to dunk a basketball?
I am of the belief that I and anybody you can train yourself to do anything. I think somebody brought up marathon. I think a marathon would be easier. And I know looking at me that sounds ridiculous. I said it in passing. It's not a couple years. I said I think I could do it within a decade. Now, I'm 33. I understand that the decade is going to be a little short. If I were to do it, which I'm never going to, I think I have like 2 to 4 years of probably 2 years of straight training. And I think it would be possible. And no one in the morning wave today believes that I could do that.
Harry Higgs, for the record.
No, hold on a second. Harry Higgs is toast.
Pretty much, yes.
Oh, look at that boy. He's got some nice
line.
man boobs.
Yeah, no, he's
Ed,
about
look at the
6'2".
Dunlap over the belt, Bubba.
Yeah, he's coming in about 240.
No, he's a big boy. Yeah,
He's a big
big boy. That's a big boy.
I will tell you that is categorically false, and I blame his parents because it comes from upbringing. His parents are probably idiots too, Lorraine. If you ever have a kid like that, I'll disown you. I will tell you this, that his parents always told him, you could do anything you put your mind to. They were of that variety.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I always say that. And I'm like, I've told my kids this. I was like, listen, you could, whatever you put your mind to, but you're not going to be a center in the NBA. Right. But that's what, you got to put some boundaries here. His parents obviously never put boundaries.
Yeah. Harry Higgs
grew up-
cannot dunk a basketball.
No.
Oh, yeah, those are some man boobies.
No,
Now-
they're like, no, he's,
Yeah.
Like,
He's
he
got
can
some
put a
yeast.
pencil
That's a
on,
beef
and
up.
he can get a pencil underneath there. He's got
some
boob
Yetis.
sweat. He's got boob sweat on a hot day.
Pencil under.
Oh, yeah, no.
Pencil underneath.
Oh, you get a pencil under there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll stick. It'll stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
He's got
Harry,
some Yetis.
No.
Yeah.
No,
He
Harry,
can't dunk a basketball.
I appreciate the confidence you have, bro, and that's good. But you've been telling yourself this for a long time, and
Listen, that was a
It's
goal
not
of mine.
happening.
I was always close, and I finally was able to do it. Like, I trained myself in my 30s religiously, and I have the
Hold on.
video where I did it at an LA Fitness. Like, I wanted to dunk a basketball like I could, then I got hurt, and I got older, and I could do it, and I trained for like the better part of a year or two. Yeah, but I was in my 30s, and I was in a lot better shape. I can't dunk a basketball now, so stop.
Scoop,
Stop
has he
it.
ever won a golf tournament?
Corn Ferry.
So he's a professional golfer, and he can't win a PGA Tour event, but he's gonna go ahead and do something the NBA players do. Stop.
Ooh, see now
Come
you brought up something though.
He's been on the tour for
Hold
how
on
long?
a second. I don't know, but so you've brought something up now
Yeah.
that is a valid comparison as far as ability. Could Harry Higgs win a golf tournament easier than dunking a basketball? And I'd almost have to argue that he could dunk a basketball easier than winning a golf tournament.
So his best major finish.
You can argue that.
He finished
Yeah, he's a
fourth.
pro golfer.
Yeah, he finished fourth at the PGA Championship in 2021, but 14th once at the Masters, but never made the cut at the U.S. Open. Has never played in the Open.
I'm talking.
He
any
was the
tournament. You're
PGA
talking
Tour
about the
Latino
majors.
America Order of Merit winner in 2018.
Well, there it is.
He's not. Well, first of all, he's not Latino.
He was on
How
the
do you win
Latino
award?
America
I don't
Tour.
know.
He was on the PGA Tour Latino America.
Okay.
He had a big enough booty.
Yeah.
So give
There
it
it
to him.
is.
He was
So
on
I
the
look
tour.
winning a tournament on the PGA.
That's where those
Tour
pencil
is
boobies came from.
about
All the
as hard
arroz
as it
con pollo.
gets. So, yeah, that's great. It'd be interesting.
I still don't think he can trade himself to dunk a basketball, though.
I don't
I
think so
think
either.
yeah. I'd like to
I
think
think
he
that's
can win
either
a golf
something you
tournament
can
first.
do or be close enough to doing.
Yeah,
or you
I
just
agree with
can't.
you. I agree with you.
Yeah.
What if they use those 7-foot rims you guys like to want the girls to use?
Maybe that was the trick question. I
Yeah.
can train myself to
Yeah.
dunk a
8.5.
basketball, but he was never specific. He was never specific.
I think he could dunk out an 8.5.
Well, he's
Yeah,
6'2".
Well, so there you go.
He's just got to
I
lift
hope
up his
so.
arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's gonna be cracked asphalt when he lands, but
Wow.
what's next?
All right, well, that was my last fun
Cracked
story
what?
of the week. I think we know what's next. Or are we done with 5 questions? Is it over?
I don't know.
let's
Are
go.
we done?
Let's
What are we-
roll.
All right,
Let's
just
roll.
making sure.
Okay.
Hillary was already mentioned once.
Yeah.
That's right, my bad.
I mean, I'm out of fucking bourbon. All I got is cherries left.
You're
We
good.
better
Though.
wrap this up then.
Question number 1. What's a car in the road that you see and immediately think the person driving it is an asshat?
Fucking Toyota Corolla.
Boom.
My mind
Holy
immediately went
fuck, bro.
Camry.
They're the worst drivers on the fucking planet.
Subaru Outback.
Like a 10, 15-year-old Toyota Corolla. Oh my God.
Subaru Outback
Okay.
all day.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. That's not an asshat. You know, the only people to drive Subaru Outbacks, there's only one person.
Yeah.
Watch what you
Let's
say.
not go there. Yeah, let's not go there.
Yeah,
No,
my parents
it's
drive a
the-
Subaru Legacy.
Well, it's Rose's favorite people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Only people that
What
drive Outbacks. Dodge Chargers.
Oh, really?
Pretty good answer.
Okay.
Yeah, you're 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Total asshat.
Midlife crisis. You're
No,
either going.
you're just
No, just a dick.
just a douchebag.
I got you.
Except for those who are listening that have Dodge Chargers. I'm not. This is
love
not
all of
specific
you.
to you at
We
all.
love you guys.
Love you guys.
You guys are the men.
Everyone else, though, total asshat.
Mm-hmm.
I would say any sporty Nissan car, like a Nissan 300 or any of that stuff. You just,
The
those
GTRs
people
are
here,
so sick, though.
They're great cars, but everybody that drives them 1,100 miles an hour in traffic, and does the into this lane, into this lane, into this lane. So where are you going? We're all stuck in the same thing. What are you doing?
But it's fun getting there, man.
Sure.
All right. What's next?
Question
Oh,
number 2. What is something women do and they don't even realize it's a turnoff?
Speak.
I mean,
There it is.
He shut us down again.
I don't even know where yet.
There it is.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say it, but that's the first thing that popped into my head.
There it is. Don't cover your face. Own that. Own
Because
that.
my wife listens to this podcast.
Question number
This is where Toasty
3.
vehemently disagrees for no reason.
That was a
That's
horrible
nonsense
answer.
take.
That was such an awful answer,
A
Scott.
shut down answer. It shuts us down. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can
sexist
say.
bastard.
Oh, cry. Oh boy.
Oh,
What's
Oh,
the
boy.
most
No,
likely
You're not allowed to put that on social media. Jenner.
oh, whatever.
most likely cause of a human extinction?
Oh.
Angry
I don't know. My
wives.
wife listens to this podcast. Here's what he said.
Angry wives.
Everyone's wife
Bro,
is listening to the
we-
podcast.
We will be
Everybody
millionaires.
dies.
We will be millionaires. You know, we make a little game instead of Angry Birds. We'll have Angry Wives where we're just like,
God.
instead of like knocking over buildings, we're just knocking over droves of men.
You said what? You said what?
It's not Angry Birds app. It's the Angry Wives app. I don't know, because it's just been the popular thing. I mean, it's nice to say like some comet comes and just completely wipes us off the planet. I don't know. I think the robots will get us eventually.
It's got to be AI.
Yeah, I think the robots will
gotta
get
be.
us. You know, they're going to outlast us. I mean, they have the ability to like fly away. They don't need oxygen. They could just go somewhere else and use solar power to keep regenerating them. And then they're like, yeah, we don't need to bring the humans back. No, I think the robots got us.
I'm watching an AI kind of roundtable. There's a host, and then there's a guy that has been involved in AI for a number of years. Brilliant dude, obviously, and sees all the good in it and what it's able to do. And then there's a guy who's some sort of technological. I don't even know the words. Half the words he's saying I've never heard before in my life. But he's talking about the good, but also the unforeseen bad, which he certainly anticipates being much worse than any of us can imagine. And then there's a guy like right in the middle who's like bought and sold like 50 companies, and how he's used it good. Has seen a little bit of. So it's like this whole thing. It's like 2.5 hours, and I'm like 45 minutes into it. It's fascinating. Like, robots are absolutely going to extinct us. I agree with you.
Nice.
Unless the wives do it first.
All right, everybody's in unison that it's going to be the robots.
What if the wives buy the robots?
Oh, God.
Oh, forget it.
Right?
Conquer the universe.
I mean, it's just one accessory piece needed by the robots, and we become extinct as the male species.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, number 4, where is your happy place? Don't think I've asked this before.
I don't think so either.
No.
My first thought, I would say right here.
That's one. That's
a
one
good
B for
one.
me. Yeah, this is my happy
It's a good
place.
one.
Everyone's different.
But that's not a real answer. I mean, it could be a real answer. Go ahead, Toast. I gotta think one.
I would say standing on the first tee box.
It's a great feeling. Truly great feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I gotta go like a third of a Mount Rushmore for me. All right, very famous song, country song. It's in my front porch looking in, so that's happy place number 1. Number 2 is this podcast. Number 3, where it's just like the most surreal for me, is like when I'm on the Keys and on my own boat. There's something like when I'm and the right song's playing, it's just tears. Like the old man in the sea. It's remarkable for me. It's weird how that does that.
Yeah, I'm on right out here, the deck outside the house, out back. Just overlooks the woods. We got no neighbors behind us. Sun setting. Nice cool breeze. Have a drink. Sit on the deck.
There you go.
Or in here cutting up stupid audio.
Yeah. Good spot.
Because
Look, we're all gonna say happy place to our family. I would hope,
Yeah.
anyway, or being surrounded by them. A golf course, anywhere on the golf course, definitely on the golf course with Kenzie. Trump's being on the golf course by myself. But probably the place where I'm at my best, and I think that makes my happiest place. I'm not really sure, but the place I'm at my best is on stage for me. So that's a happy place for me.
That's a good answer.
Number 5, how did your family genetics do you dirty?
Mm.
Oh.
I'm so much better at making the questions than AI. I'm just saying.
Do you see the length of this jaw? I mean, I was referred to on radio for years as the mandible. Okay, jaw is huge. I've got a Leno-esque jaw.
I have hair everywhere but on the top of my head. Everywhere.
Wow.
Everywhere.
Oh,
I will
curse
say
of so many.
I say the genetics that got me, besides the health history stuff that I got to worry about later on down the road. But you see, like, like this finger and like this finger, like the offset gap between my one toe and then my middle toe is probably like this. It's like I have that digit. Like I can go like
too.
Yeah, like by that one toe is so much bigger than the other toe. Like big toe and then so thank you, genetics. Thank you, family genetics.
I have that too. I would go with that. Both of my parents are short. So my grandfather was tall, so I guess that's where I get it from, either that or mailman, although I do look very much like my dad. I would go with the toe thing, I guess, because thankfully I'm not 5'5" like the rest of my family.
And boys, that's 5 questions. What are we going to name this?
That's 5 already?
That's 5,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you shut us down on one.
Need
You
a
completely
bonus
shut us
question.
down.
We need bonus question if he shuts you down.
All right.
Oh, we could just have a little random conversation. Toast, I don't know if you've seen it. Andor season 2. Jenner, I know you when you talk golf, like I tune out. I know Scoop's about to tune out. Andor season 2, some of the best Star Wars, even in television. It was phenomenal. It was absolutely that whole season 2. And the last arc, they did it in 3 show arcs. They had 4 of them, so it was 12 episodes. It was so perfect because it literally you can watch goes right into Rogue One. Right into Rogue One. So it was amazing. Well.
I only
done.
watched the first episode so far, but it's very
That's good. Great.
Is season 1 as good as season 2?
Season 1 is it's probably very well written. Very well written.
Very
it's
grounded.
just a slow burn.
It is.
A season 2 is well written, but it's not a slow burn. There's a lot more action and excitement. And I just love that avenue of it because it just really focused on the war part, because Star Wars is always a fantasy and a love story, and there's just always this romanticism to it. Andor was just this dirty, gritty show, and it really does a really good job. It needed it because there was it needed a toxic cleanse, because after the Acolyte, my goodness. So,
Andor does a good job of giving you an idea of what would actually be happening in a place where people live if some galactic empire just started taking over planets. What would happen to people going to jail and prison randomly? It's very it's cool. How would society crumble?
Scoop, how would society crumble in that situation?
it would
I
love
wasn't
listen to
listening.
Hillary. He's chewing on something.
So what are we calling this
Chewing on
one,
ice.
boys?
I had myself muted.
What are we calling this thing?
Oh goodness. Let's see. Once you go double oak, you never go back. That's up there. 3-star at best. Crab apples. I don't know. Matt Campbell's got nice teeth. I don't know why I wrote that down. 3rd or 4th row and he's screwed. Shaving nectarines. You can get a pencil under there. Is right now. I love that. It's so good.
That was I was waiting for it. I'm like, give me the pencil. Give me the pencil. Give me the pencil.
Angry wives and hair everywhere except my head.
You could fit a pencil under there.
Been a suggestion.
You could fit a pencil.
That.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What's wrong with me?
Awful suggestion.
What's wrong with me?
All right, boys.
All right.
Go Canes.
Hey-o. Oh, Mage. That was a knee-jerk reaction. I didn't even mean to step on him like that.
What the hell happened there?
I don't know. It was just
stole his line.
At this point, I've heard it so many times. It was the doctor doing the reflex. Just hit my knee. I was like, he just go Canes. Like, hey-o. I think now, after so many years, if I hear somebody at a game telling me, hey, go Canes, I'm like, hey-o. Dude, so funny.